Good morning, YouTube family. Well, Donovan just changed the bandage on my leg, and Jennifer's going to take me to the ER Monday morning. And we're going to pack my little bag and everything in case they decide to admit me to the hospital, which they're going to have to send me to the VA in Gainesville because I don't want to go to one of these private hospitals. The reason being, when it goes to the VA, when they discharge you from the hospital, if you require bandages and medicine and stuff to keep you taking care of the wound, they furnish all that for me. I don't have to buy a thing. If I'm in a private hospital, they put a bandage on when you leave, and then that's it. You got to go buy that stuff, and it's expensive. It's very expensive. And these, I can't show you when my camera's sitting on it, but some of this medicine is, I got a jar of this silver something sulfide putting on this wound. Those jars are almost $100 for one of those jars. I've got 2 of them. And actually, I'm supposed to be rubbing that stuff on my legs every day anyway, but I hadn't been doing that. I got this friend. I got thinking about that last night. It's been several years ago. She was one of my employees and my wife's best friend. She wanted to plant a couple of banana trees out there in her yard and wanted to grow her own bananas. And she did. They grew up, they matured, and they bloomed. And she got a lot of bananas off of that thing, but she was going to take care of the banana tree. It's not actually a tree, it's a plant. But she was going to take care of that through the winter and everything, and so she'd get more bananas off of it. And she overwintered it, and it looked good and everything. And I didn't say anything because I knew that a banana tree only blooms and bears fruit once. Then it dies off, supposedly, or they just won't bloom again and bear fruit. And I knew that. The next year she's wondering, why is it not blooming? And so I said, well, you already got bananas off of it, right? And she said, yeah. I said, well, you didn't know that they only do that once? Once they bloom one time and bear fruit one time, that's it. They won't ever do it again. I said, that's why they cut down banana trees on banana tree farms. Because once they bear the fruit, they cut the tree down and plant new ones. And I keep saying tree, they're not trees, they're a plant. And she didn't believe me. I said, well, you keep watching it and if it blooms, you tell me about it. We'll make some money because we'll have a banana plant that's bearing more than once. She finally figured out, she did some research, she finally figured out it wasn't gonna buy no more bananas and fruit. But that's, it just don't do it, you know. I don't know why that's like that, but that's just the way it is. Um, we're going on our light bill, we're going on something called pay as you go. And what we owe now behind, they're going to set up a plan to repay that back a little bit at a time. And every 2 weeks we have to go in there and pay the bill. So I don't know if that'll help us out or not, but I think we're all becoming acutely aware that we're financially, we're in deep stuff. We don't, not earning enough money. And I've been beating my brains out trying to figure out something I can do to earn money. And the only thing I keep coming up with is the cans and getting enough of my neighbors saving the cans and stuff for me. I need cards printed. You know, you used to get you used to get 1,000 business cards printed up, whatever you wanted on them, for less than $20, and that's made, the cards made and shipped to you. And now, you can get 250 cards for $24.95, and I think that's from Vista Print. So it just kills me to think if I spend I ain't got $19 to spend though. I got $39. And thank you so much, Barbara, for that. But now I got to order a birth certificate, a new birth certificate. So, do I take that money that Barbara sent me to get my ID, to get my birth certificate, and then wait till I get enough money to go get my ID? I guess that's what I'm going to have to do. I wonder how much mayonnaise, how much, is mayonnaise bad for diabetics? I can't read that. I know there's eggs in mayonnaise, but cause I take a slice of that whole grain bread or the rye bread, one slice, and I smear mayonnaise on it, fold it over once, and I eat those. And I love eating them, just plain, no meat or nothing on them. I could be putting a piece of little ham. There's ham in there, and there's salami, and there's bologna. Have you ever had real bologna? I mean, not this crap that Oscar Mayer and all them makes and everything. That's American version bologna. I don't know if you could even get real bologna in this country. I know you could. When I was in Germany, I loved that stuff. And it was real. The bologna was real. The salami was real. You know, the corned beef was real and all that stuff. It wasn't fake. And they had this thing, I forget what to call it. It was a pickle loaf or olive loaf. It looks like a slice of bologna, only a square. And it's got olives in that stuff and a couple other things. Delicious. Oh, and there's certain things I love and I can't get anymore. There's something up in the mountains called liver mush. Jenkins makes that. Carolina Pride makes that. And a couple other countries. But you can only get it in western North Carolina. It's called liver mush. It comes in a square block. And you can eat it just like it is. But I always like to cut off a slice of it, put it in the frying pan and brown it, and throw it on the plate with my eggs and grits. I'd rather have that than sausage. But you can't get it here. You can order it. You have to order like 25 or 30 pounds of it, and they come in 1 pound block to make it worthwhile because you got to pay shipping on that. And up there in North Carolina, you go in the grocery store and buy it, it's about $2.39 a pound. And it's liver, pork liver, I think it's got cornmeal in it. But I love that stuff. But people that was raised on that, they hate it. Most people do. I know all my brother-in-law and sister-in-law, they didn't particularly like it because they were raised on that and they hated it. They hated it. Oh. I guess I'm gonna go out on deck today and I got in that one video I did. I got to order me a torch set. That's a screw, particular kind of screw. And I need the bits to take them screws out. And I got one lousy screw on that hard drive I can't get out because I don't have the size. I got my torch set goes down to 5, number 5. And I need a number 4, a number 3, a number 2, and a number 1. Then I'll have the complete set. But you have to buy the whole set. Now I can buy the whole set for around $10. Maybe 12. I looked it up, but I don't have no money. But I have to have for that size goes all the way down to, I don't need really big sizes, but the smaller sizes, but I definitely need a set that's got a number 4, number 3, and number 2, number 1. And that number 1's a tiny little sucker. But I thought for sure I had a bit that would fit that on that hard drive. But it's just one cotton picking hard drive stopping me from finish taking that hard drive apart. I may run into the same problem on the microwaves because the microwaves has those torque screws on them. And there's torque screws that's a security screw. They got a special little thing on it so it fits on the microwaves. They don't like people taking their microwaves apart. They used to didn't. I don't know if they care now or not. But it is what it is. I'm polishing off my first cup of coffee. Donovan just changed the bandage on my leg. And we don't have the right bandages and stuff for it. That's why if I have to go to the hospital, I want to go to the VA hospital because I'll get the supplies I need. They might not send me to the hospital. I don't know. But me being 83, almost 84, I'm diabetic and I'm old. They may send me just as a precaution. Because people that get infections on their legs and stuff, that's when they start losing foot or feet or a leg. Jennifer wanted me to change pants. Good Lord. Dang. Trying to pull my pants leg down. They don't want to come down. There. Huh. Anyhow, I just thought I'd make this short little video before I get out there and go to work on the deck. And this is today, so this is the weekend, so Monday I'll have to pick up another bag of cans from my beer drinking neighbor and possibly another bag from my other friend. Boy, I wish I had a bunch of them lined up like that. Sure do. I would like to be in a situation where I had about somewhere between 50 and 100 neighbors just saving them cans for me and saving old computers and wires and stuff for me. And be able to buy a little utility trailer and put a hitch on Jennifer's car to where we could haul a big load of cans, maybe 200 or 300 pounds. But used to, when I wanted to start a business and I didn't have money to do it, I would take out loans. When I started that one business where I was manufacturing those luxury van seats and sofas, I didn't have any equipment. And I started a loan. I got a loan. And I went to this company about sewing machines. I bought 6 sewing machines and one Eastman cutting knife that cuts. It's that big tall cutter that cuts straight up and down, and you cut like 50 or 60 layers of fabric at one time. Got one of them and got a smaller one, got the big one and a smaller one. Got an air compressor on credit. I got everything on credit. I just don't own any of that stuff, but that's how I started it. And people says, where do you get the money to buy all that stuff? I said, I just get it on credit. And that's how I started that business. 6 sewing machines. And those sewing machines run about, and these were reconditioned machines. They weren't brand new. And brand new ones would run around $1,500. But I was getting these reconditioned ones for around $700 a piece. That Eastman cutting knife to cut fabric with, that big one, that sucker was $1,400. The small one was about half that. The air compressor was almost $1,000. Got that from Sears on a revolving credit thing or something. And all my staple guns and everything, I didn't have to buy the staple gun, but they furnished me all the staple guns and stuff that I needed. And where they're making their money is selling me the staples that goes in them and everything. And the hog ringer, we had to use a hog ringer on them van seats. I wish I could do that again with something. Necessarily not van seat, because that's a way gone. That's out of style. But I wish I could start another business. I wish I could start an upholstery shop and had the physical strength to still do it. Because upholstery, there's a lot of pulling and tugging and shooting staples and all that stuff. Stuff I probably can't do now. Don't have the strength. There's a lot of reaching stuff, and I can reach my arm like that, but I can't. That's it. That's how I go. And if I want to pick up something like that jar of mayonnaise sitting over, I gotta hold my arm and reach out like that and grab it. I'm getting wore out, folks. I suppose. Let's see, how many minutes have I been talking? I've been talking 22 minutes. That's a good little video. Matter of fact, I'll publish this one right now. Okay, folks. That's my short story for today. And I'm sticking to it. And boy, I wish some of y'all would start making some comments on my videos. Instead of I hardly get any comments anymore. And Terry, if you're looking at this, I sure do miss seeing your comments and stuff. So that's it. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. And I'm out of here. See ya. What am I waiting? Oh, I'm waiting on GoPro. Stop recording.